What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Six Figure Morning Show, where we give you the best advice in business and life. Day 2, no cigars. So far, so good. Having no issues. Probably going to start going through withdrawals soon. Very, very soon. I think it usually hits you around day 3 or 5. You know, it usually starts to hit you somewhere around in there, man. And then, you basically, if you can make it, 21 days to develop a habit and to break a habit. So basically, if you can make it the month of January on your hopes, goals, and dreams, then man, you will be successful. You will be able to make it. If you can make it this entire month on everything you set out to do, you'll make it. You'll make it. You've created a daily routine, daily habits. You will make it. And that's kind of going to go into what I wanted to talk about today, of reinventing yourself. We're in the second day of the brand new year, 2025, and I want to talk to you guys about reinventing yourself. Man, it's a lot to reinvent yourself. And a lot of people, though, what I realize is a lot of people are embarrassed to do it. They're afraid of what others are going to say and think whenever they try to reinvent themselves. You know, it's whenever they get a new haircut, they're afraid to show people. Whenever they buy a new outfit, they're afraid to wear it, wondering if other people will like it. You kind of got to get over that, man. You're going to have to let it go. Image is power. The way people see you will determine how they treat you. Hands down, plain and simple, can't be any more clear than that. Image is power. The way people see you will determine how they treat you. Winners reinvent themselves all the time. Whenever things aren't going the way that they want them to go, they will reinvent themselves. They'll sit down, they'll assess their situation, and they'll say, I'm not getting the outcome. I'm not getting the results that I want. They reinvent themselves, whether that's dieting, whether that's marketing, branding. That's what reinventing yourself really is. So whatever that looks like to you, whatever type of lifestyle you're trying to chase, your hopes, goals, and dreams, whatever you're chasing, do not be afraid to reinvent yourself. Winners reinvent themselves all the time. Just because you started out on a hard road, just because you started out a loser, does not mean that you can't end a winner. I'm going to say that again. Just because you started out in life as a loser does not mean that you cannot end it as a winner. Reinvent yourself. Do not be scared to do that. Do not be embarrassed to do that. You're going to have to change your circle of friends. You're going to have to walk alone. This is where, whenever you make this conscious decision to reinvent yourself and start doing what is best for you and your life, this is basically where you enter no man's land. So if you made New Year's resolutions, you got hopes, goals, and dreams to get in the gym, to work out, to make more money, to do all these things, that's all part of reinvention. That's all part of reinventing yourself to become the person that you want to be. I want to give you a quote real quick, and it comes from Epictetus, Epictetus. He was a slave during the Roman times, like 150 AD-ish. Don't quote me on that. But he was a slave during the Roman times, and he became a philosopher. And one of his quotes that I really like is, first, ask yourself, who would you be? Then do what you have to do. Ask yourself, who would you be? And then do what you have to do. He is basically describing mountaintop thinking, beginning with the end in mind. I project myself to the top of the mountain and I look back down. How did I get up there? It's this lawyer mountain, doctor mountain, millionaire, billionaire mountain, tech industry guru mountain. How did I get up there? What was the path? What was the trail that I took to get there? Who would you be? And then do what you have to do. That's a lot. That's a lot to unpack in that little quote. That talks about no man's land, mountaintop thinking, reinventing yourself, everything. Who would you be? And then do what you have to do. I love it. Something I think about every now and then. I love that quote. But how do we reinvent ourselves? First, I want you to make the conscious decision. First, I want you to be consciously aware that you're going to be talked about. You're going to be made fun of. You're going to be a gay, lame loser. You're going to be everything. The people that used to know you cannot come with you. You cannot climb the mountain of success by holding on to the weight of the past. I've said that on this channel many of times. You cannot climb the mountain of success by holding on to the weight of the past. The people that used to know you cannot come with you. We talked about this yesterday. They will never see you in that light. If you used to be a drunk and now you want to be a preacher, you need to fully understand that they are not going to accept you as a preacher until you have proven. You have to change your perception to them. The way they perceive you has to change. Image is power. The way people see you will determine how they treat you. The minute you decide that, hey, I'm not going to drink anymore and I'm going to become a preacher, they will not believe it. They will be watching and waiting on you to fail. It's going to take a while, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years for them to get over the fact that you used to be a heavy drinker and now you're a preacher. It's going to take a while for them to really believe in that. But you know where you're going. You know what you're doing. And that's why I say these people cannot come with you and you cannot go back to them. You are basically entering into no man's land. Remember, no man's land is that period of the person you used to be to the man or woman you want to become. And it's everything in between. And you're going to have to walk it alone. Nobody's going to come with you in no man's land. You will 100% be cold, wet, and hungry alone. Nobody's going to understand you. They're going to talk about you. They're going to laugh at you. They're going to hope you fail. But then once you succeed, it's like that saying, you guys all see that quote that goes around the internet, hustle so hard till your haters ask if you're hiring. And then what was that one? I forgot something about it. Everybody ask how you did it or something. I forgot what that crap was. But it's the same concept. For you younger guys, it's the same concept. Nobody is going to walk with you. Nobody's going to believe in you. And you're going to have to carry this whole journey alone from beginning all the way to the end. The old you to the new you. Everything in between is no man's land. Everything in between, from the person you used to be to the man or woman you want to become, is no man's land. And it is lonely. Now, the further along you go down no man's land, you will encounter people that are on their own journeys. They're on their own trek. They're on their own quest to become a better person. And they will push you along on yours and you'll push them along on theirs. And then you guys will separate and you will go off on your own journeys again. You'll have that little meetup and then you'll go. My no man's land is fun. It's getting better. It's getting way better. I've been alone for so long, but now that, being on this channel, building this community right here with you guys, I have people reach out to me that are in the same boat. They're on the same journey. Yes, they're on their own path. They're on their own trail. They're rowing different waters, but ultimately they understand what I'm saying and I get them and they get me. And so we meet up every now and then, once every blue moon, we talk a little shit and then we push on, go back on our own path. It's all right. That circle of friendships that you have right now or that you left in 2024, they cannot come with you. So the first way you reinvent yourself is you have to change your circle of friends and you're going to walk this alone. We've talked about that a lot on this channel, man. We've talked about that a lot. The second thing you're going to have to do is change your look. Like I just said, image is power. The way people see you will determine how they treat you. You are going to have to change your look. Now that you can do this a couple numbers of ways, because I know it is a financial, I hate to use the word burden, but when you don't have a lot of money, this is difficult to do. So first and foremost, you could change your look by getting into shape. If you're out of shape, you could change your look by putting down cigarettes, weed, alcohol, things of that nature, getting sober. You cannot climb the mountain of success under the influence of drugs and alcohol. You guys have heard me say that over and over again. You cannot climb the mountain of success under the influence of drugs and alcohol. And you cannot climb the mountain of success by holding on to the weight of the past. It's too heavy. It's going to weigh you down. It's going to slow you down. Change your look. Get a new haircut. Clean up the beard. Those are things that they're very low cost. Get in a new haircut. Putting down the cigarettes, the alcohol, the weed. Cut up the beard. Get in shape. Think about the man or woman that you want to become. What do they look like? Who are they? Ask yourself, who would you be? then do what you have to do. Don't be embarrassed of it. Do not be embarrassed of it. If somebody handed you a freaking $1 million check right now, would you be embarrassed to go out and buy a brand new wardrobe, change your hair, do all these? You wouldn't be embarrassed at all, would you? With the money in the bank, would you? You wouldn't be embarrassed one bit. You have to start acting as if right now in real time. Act as if right now in real time. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to become a millionaire before you financially are one. You have to start moving and conducting yourself in that manner. What do millionaires do? What do billionaires do? They live a life of education. They don't go back to college. Guys, there's no school for this shit. They do not go back to college, but they live a lifetime of education. Constant personal development, real estate, business, stocks, all the time. All the time. So clean it up. Get a haircut, clean up the beard, grab some new clothes, hit the gym, put down the cigarettes. Start acting like the person you want to become. Do not be embarrassed of that. Do not be embarrassed of chasing a better life while everybody else around you sits stagnant and stays the same. Do not be embarrassed of that. Buy the finer things, ladies and gentlemen. Buy the finer things. I'm not telling you to go into debt. I'm not telling you to go broke. I'm not telling you not to pay your bills, but I am telling you to save your money and buy the higher end items. Instead of going and buying a $30 watch, save up and go get the $300 watch. It's different. Okay? It's different. Instead of buying the $10 t-shirt at Walmart, save up and buy the $60 shirt at American Eagle. Even if you have to buy them one at a time. It's different. Save up some money and just go buy yourself 3 nice suits. Ladies, I'm going to tell you this. Women can shop a lot cheaper than men and you can look real good. And I've always been jealous of that. Anytime I've dated a woman, I've been able to take them shopping for clothes and $60 and a woman can go find decent outfits that are really nice, that fit her really well. Men have to take in, it's wild. It's wild. A woman can really dress herself up and look beautiful for $20. And y'all know I'm not lying. I don't know the names of those stores, but you can go into those stores in the malls, those ladies stores, not the Coaches and places like that, but those little small outlet stores. You can go in there and find nice clothes for a woman. 20, 30, 40 bucks, $100, you're in there. She's got her 4 or 5 nice dresses, that you would never know. That you would never know, because a lot of times it's the woman that makes the outfit. It's not a lot. It really is. It really is. It's the woman that makes the outfit, and it's the suit that makes the man. It's crazy, but it is. It's just how it goes. But buy the finer things, especially fellas. Buy the finer things. Ladies, you too. But buy the finer things. Do not go into debt to do this, but save up. Buy the nice watch. Buy the nicer colognes, the perfumes. Buy the nicer shirts. Go into American Eagle and drop the money on a few of them. Go into those places. Go into Dillard's. Buy the nicer stuff. Go buy those different brands. Save up and buy them. Buy the nicer shoes. Buy them. Okay? Just reinventing yourself. Spend the money. Save up for it. Don't go into debt. Don't run up the credit card bill to do this. But you might have to change your character. You might have to change your character. By changing your character, changing your vocabulary. All of this, really reinventing yourself, all in all, is really changing your character completely. But learn to move with grace and elegance. We used to send people, especially women, you used to have to go to etiquette classes. I've talked about this before. You used to have to go to etiquette classes. You used to have to learn how to walk, how to talk, how to used to walk with books on your head. We've all seen those shows. They used to send women, if they wanted to have a high-end husband, they had to go learn how to walk with books on their head, how to cook, what the salad fork was, how to pour a drink, how to cut cigars, how to all those things, how to move around a room with elegance and grace, how to ballroom dance. They used to teach them all these things. Guys, if you want that type of lifestyle, then start learning it now. Men too. Fellas, they used to send you guys, you used to have to go to learn about golf, about physical fitness, about how to dance. You used to have to go learn these things about grooming, how to dress, suits, and tailoring. Men used to have to go to learn these things as well. We don't do that anymore as a society. Those schools still exist, but they are almost a dying art. But they're still around. If you Google them, etiquette classes, things like that for men and women, they're still around. But they are a dying art, and they are in bigger cities, not in small towns, not really. But there's nothing wrong with going to learn how to dance, guys. Nothing at all. There's nothing wrong with going to learn how to sing. Ladies, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with going to take golf lessons, even if you're not interested. Nothing wrong with it at all. You might have to, again, change your character. All of this is character development, but you might have to practice talking without cussing. Some of you have complained about the way that I cuss on the channel from time to time. You say that you don't like it because your kids can't listen to the video. I understand that. But, I'm going to give you my 2 cents right now, and I'm going to let you know that it is almost impossible to hide things like that from your children. You can try to shelter them all you want, but one day they're going to be off mommy and daddy's freaking cell phone plan, and then they're going to be exposed to all the nastiness just like you are. Every time you pick up your phone, it is breast and everything. You guys know it. You see it. I'm not telling you to show your kids things like that, but I'm letting you know that you should fully prepare them mentally that that's what they're going to be exposed to. You shouldn't try to hide all that from them. So if I understand you don't like the cussing, I get it. But if they go to public schools, things of that nature, man, it's pretty hard to keep them away from stuff like that. They watch television. So that's something to think about. You're going to have to incorporate that into your own household, how you want to teach them about things like that. But just my 2 cents that it's pretty hard to hide that. Cussing is the bare minimum of, if me, the language that I use and you don't like it, that is very petty compared to what's going on in society today. My language is very petty. So I've toned it down for this video just for you guys, and I'll try to continue on future reference as well. I'll try it in future videos. I will do the best I can to tone it down there too. But I am a cusser, so if it slips, it slips. It is what it is. It's just part of who I am. It is what it is. I'm not going to apologize for it because it's just who I am. I cuss. So sue me. Never break character. Once you develop this character, once you create this image inside your mind of the man or woman that you want to become, and you start to develop and work on them daily, never break for anybody. Move as a king or queen. A king or queen will never get to where they're going if they stop to throw stones with every peasant. Move in that manner of a king or queen. I told you guys before to go look up that video of Arnold Schwarzenegger gets hit with egg. Google it. YouTube it. It's an older video when he was running for governor. Arnold Schwarzenegger gets hit with egg. YouTube that, Google that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That is how you never break character. You think that didn't piss Arnold off? Go YouTube it. Arnold Schwarzenegger gets hit with egg. That is the way you need to move. There's another one with a woman. That's what's her name? Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany Haddish. You guys know Tiffany Haddish, where she was on the red carpet and one of the reporters talked about her dress. And Tiffany, I can't remember every bit of it, but you have to YouTube that. But she came with the greatest comeback. This was in like 2022. The reporter said you had a costume change or something like that. And Tiffany Haddish said, costume. She was like, this is what success looks like. She was named something, whatever her first dress was. And then she said, this is my second. This is success. This is wealth. She crushed that reporter with that costume remark, like she was undeserving of the woman. Go look at that. Go look at that. Tiffany Haddish, her costume reporter, I'm not sure, but Google something like that, YouTube something like that, and go check that out. That's how you handle those things, because it's coming. If you go down this road, it's coming. And never break character, ever, for anybody, ever again in your life. Never break character. Guys, just because you started life as a loser or with a loser's mindset does not mean you can't end it as a winner. Just because you started life with a loser's mindset, living a loser's life, does not mean you cannot change and end it as a winner. Become a millionaire before you are one. Up here. Start moving and conducting yourself in that manner. Act that way as if. Act as if. Okay? Act as if. To quote Epictetus one more time, ask yourself, who would you be? Then do what you have to do. Who would you be? Then do what you have to do. Do not be embarrassed to chase the man or woman that you want to become. Step into that power. Step into it. Do not be embarrassed of it. Before I go, since we're on that note, I would like to talk about this. I picked this book up a long time ago. Ryan Serhant, Big Money Energy. And he talks about something very similar that he did when he first became a real estate agent. He had not made one sale. That's Ryan Serhant, Big Money Energy. But he talks about when he became a real estate agent that he had not made one sale. He had no money. He was broke. And then he answered a client's call. I believe they were looking for somebody else and they called his number. But he went on ahead and answered that phone. And this one particular woman was coming from overseas, and she was going to buy a multi-million-dollar property in New York City, looking for a multi-million-dollar penthouse or condo or whatever in New York City. And he didn't have a car. He didn't have anything. He told her, he went on ahead and agreed to everything. I'll pick you up. I'll do this, do that. This dude took his last dollars to make his first sale. He took his last bit of money, bought a suit, rented a car, everything, because he wanted to portray the character of a person deserving enough to have a multi-million-dollar client and make a multi-million-dollar sale on a property. You understand? He became a millionaire up here. He reinvented himself. He changed his character. He tapped into the man that he wanted to become. He spent just a little bit of money and he made that first sale. He tells a story way better in his book, but that's the gist of it. That's the gist of it, guys. Step into your character. Do not be embarrassed. Do not be ashamed. Forget what the people, they're not coming with you anyway. If somebody hits you with a $10 million check, you're not going to bring them with you. If you do, you'd be a fool because they're going to drag you backwards. Do not be ashamed. Do not be embarrassed to reinvent yourself. Anyways, man, I'm going to leave it there. You guys have a great freaking day. And I'll see you in the morning. Take care.